It's time for our health report, and joining us now is Africa 54 health correspondent Lino Mudu with a look at a campaign aimed at breaking sex education taboos in South Sudan. Hello, Lino.
Hello, Esther, and that's right. A campaign in South Sudan aims to dispel some misconceptions about sex and condoms. The Condomize campaign in South Sudan aims to break taboos surrounding sex and sex education. The campaign, organized by the OK Africa Foundation in partnership with the government, highlights that despite making great strides in raising awareness about HIV/AIDS worldwide, many are still at risk. Campaigners are distributing over 5,000 condoms and stressing its importance to youth. Observers say taboos are the major drivers behind the spread of HIV, for which the campaign has also set up testing and counseling rooms.
Our South Sudanese culture and that taboo thing is always there, that don't talk about sex, especially where elders are sitting and you don't mention these kind of things, But it's good for us to break these taboos and to come up with, to have a new mindset, a good mindset, which is, we need to educate and give awareness to our youth and to our, even to the old people.
In terms of those who are living with the disease right now, we're talking about 190,000 people living with HIV. But those are people who are able to at least test and know their HIV status. It could even be more, because this is even less than 500,000, it's less than 1 million. And we are very certain that if all people really get to test and know their HIV status, then there's a possibility that we'll have more and more people who are already with the virus.
According to organizers, the campaign was motivated by a lack of awareness among the youth on how to stop the spread of HIV/AIDS. Now, the World Health Organization has announced the start of a pilot program to pre-qualify human insulin to increase treatment for diabetes in low and middle-income countries. The decision is part of a series of steps the World Health Organization is expected to take to address the growing diabetes burden in all regions. Diabetes is a chronic disease characterized by elevated levels of blood glucose when the pancreas does not produce enough insulin, a hormone that regulates blood sugar, or when the body cannot effectively use the insulin it produces.
Insulin is a hormone secreted by the pancreas and is crucial in the metabolism of carbohydrate, fat, and protein. Lack of insulin, for whatever reason, leads to complications that are deadly and often debilitating as well. So insulin, if there isn't enough of it produced by the body or it doesn't work properly, needs to be replaced by injections.
About 65 million people with type 2 diabetes need insulin, but only half of them are able to access it. All people with type 1 diabetes need insulin to survive. The medicine works by lowering blood glucose levels. The WHO's 2-year pilot project involves the evaluation of insulin developed by manufacturers to ensure their quality, safety, efficacy, and affordability.
One of the reasons why insulin is so expensive is because there's only a limited number of companies that are actually commercializing it, and they have control over the price setting. If we bring new entrants into the market, we hope to expand the competition, and this will have an impact on prices and will mean that more patients, particularly in low and middle-income countries, have access to the insulin that they need to survive.
Insulin prequalification is one of a number of steps the WHO will take in the coming year to address the diabetes burden. Other plans include updating diabetes treatment guidelines and improving access to diagnostics. WHO also works with countries to promote healthier diets and physical activity to lower people's risk of developing type 2 diabetes. More than 420 million people live with diabetes worldwide. Diabetes can lead to complications such as heart attacks, stroke, kidney failure, blindness, and lower limb amputations. Have you ever thought about your posture while you were using a cell phone or a computer? Well, researchers have found that most people don't. but it's something everyone should think about. VOA's Carol Pearson explains.
Cell phones and computers are just about everywhere on Earth. People hunch over these devices, and it causes more harm than they realize. When Dr. Lushanka Gunasekera began feeling pain, he thought he needed strength training.
It was mainly pain in my upper back and neck and shoulder area, and it was just on the one side.
A fitness trainer at the Orlando Health Gym knew the pain was due to poor posture.
The internally rotated shoulders, the rounded back, head is down, neck is down.
Melendez worked with Gunasekera on his posture.
There, up, right there. Perfect.
All that hunching, or jutting your head forward to look at a screen, compresses your neck muscles. This causes fatigue, muscle tension, and headaches. It can also injure the vertebrae in your back, but it can be prevented and corrected.
You'd be surprised what strengthening your core and doing postural corrective exercises can do for your body.
Melendez says even being slightly unaligned can cause major strain, but researchers at Orlando Health found that less than half the Americans they surveyed seemed to care. Even a slight misalignment can cause major strain. For every 2.5 centimeters your head moves in front of your body, 4.5 kilograms of pressure is added to your shoulders. If you move your head forward 100 millimeters, the weight imbalance is even greater.
That's like equivalent to having a child sit on your shoulders.
Gunasekera says changing his posture made a huge difference.
Discussing what I was doing incorrectly, doing more core exercises, more mobility, being cognizant every day about my posture, it's really helped out, and now I don't have pain there anymore.
Melendez says while you're using a computer or cell phone, make sure you're eye level with the screen. If you can, take frequent breaks and work on your posture. Carol Pearson, VOA News, Washington.
So pay attention to that posture. And that's our health report for today. To stay in touch, find me on Twitter at Lenore Moudou. Esther, do you pay attention to your posture?
I'm going to try to do that from now on. Thank you, Lenore. Great information right there.